You want me to put that on my Tudor?
Harry's wife. Gracie Awards. Will she show? Harry's wife fucked up just recently. She orchestrated a car chase and exaggerated its impact. People sick to the back teeth of her horseshit and lies didn't swallow the nonsense that she pumped out. With a prepared statement that was then amplified by the improbably named plastic-faced lieutenant, Omid Scobie, people saw through it pretty promptly and thought, nah, not having any of that. This meant that she faced challenge after challenge after challenge from the NYPD, the New York City Mayor's office, from millions of people on social media, from mainstream news commentators, even Whoopi Goldberg joining in, people expressing their view that 2-hour car chase, I don't think so. Near catastrophic, no. It was more like a challenging transport situation. And more people thinking, here she goes again, inventing things in order to stay in the limelight because she needs to assert control and draw fuel, as we have now learned from H.G. Tudor. In parts passive, it was necessary for her to foreshadow what was coming up in the month ahead. After all, she didn't attend the coronation, was denied an opportunity for significant facade management and fuel gathering, and therefore it was necessary through the usual suspects, hello, etc., for her to foreshadow the fact that she was getting a Women of Vision award, that it was the wedding anniversary, although that's been quiet. More about that in a future video. Attendance at the Gracie Awards also. But given the fallout that has come from the infamous car chase, is it the case that she will show up at the Gracie Awards? Well, it's May the 23rd, and we'll find out later tonight whether she does. But the News International, with the enigmatically named web desk, poses the question, will Harry's wife show up at Gracie Awards after New York incident? Harry's wife is among the winners of the 48th Annual Gracie Awards by the Alliance for Women in Media Foundation. Christina Applegate, Ava DuVernay, Faith Hill, Amanda Seyfried, Danielle Monaro, Shelley Wade, Abbott Elementary, Today, The Drew Barrymore Show, 48 Hours, along with frontline journalists, will also receive an award in a ceremony to be held on May the 23rd. The event recognises women-centred achievements and programming in media and entertainment. A gala honouring Gracie winners will be held on May the 23rd at the Four Seasons Beverly Wilshire in Los Angeles. It's still not clear whether Harry's wife will attend the awards ceremony that comes just days after the Duke and Duchess of Sussex said they were involved in a car chase by paparazzi photographers. Speculation is doing the rounds regarding her attendance after the couple received backlash for allegedly exaggerating the New York incident. Even the British royal family did not comment on the incident, in which Harry and Harry's wife said that their lives were put at risk. Some commentators, however, believe that the Duchess of Sussex would not want to miss a chance to be in the limelight. A British critic said she shouldn't have the nerve to show her face after the whole New York drama. And it's still not known whether Prince Harry would have his leash yanked so that he has to accompany his wife to the event, which is taking place in Los Angeles. Accordingly, there will be a number of people that would say, well, I'll go to foot of our stairs if she turns up at this event. The bare cheek-out lass turn up at this event after what she's done. And of course, they're looking at it through the lens of their own worldview, which is to be expected, and thinking, if that was me, and I created that clusterfuck of nonsense that was the car chase, the last thing I would be doing would be turning up at an awards ceremony. I'd make my excuses saying that I had a fractured eyelash and wasn't able to attend, and perhaps send Ginger Bollocks in my stead. But what you have to remember is, she doesn't have your worldview. She is a narcissist. And therefore, two significant factors are at play here. The first is compartmentalization. The car chase is done. It's evaporated into the ether, save to the extent by which somebody resurrects it, which will then amount as a threat to control dependent on how it's portrayed. Her narcissism will deal with that as and when it comes up. But she isn't thinking, oh, cringe, oh, goodness me, I feel so embarrassed. I can't really go to this awards ceremony after what happened last week. Gosh, I've been made to look an absolute fool. She isn't thinking that at all. Narcissists don't. Why would they? It doesn't serve any purpose. Instead, her compartmentalization, a function of her narcissism, simply allocates last week's events to last week, and it's packed in a box, and off it goes, evaporating into the ether, only to be resurrected by somebody else, which she'll then deal with, or by her if her narcissism deems that it's appropriate to do so. But to all intents and purposes, it never happened, and thus she can turn up, Richter skin in place, wearing the next fashion abomination, drinking in the fuel, managing the facade, boring everybody with a dull acceptance speech, and carrying on like nothing happened because her narcissism makes it like nothing happened. So the first point is compartmentalization eradicates what happened last week. The second aspect is this is all part of Harry's Wife 2.0. After a period of having some cosmetic changes and hanging Harry out to dry, thus not being as prominent earlier in this year, she's now everywhere like an unpleasant rash. And accordingly, an opportunity of turning up to accept an award for something where she shouldn't be awarded, to hobnob it with other people from whom she can gain character traits, to assert control over an audience and then a wider audience when the event is undoubtedly reported on, an opportunity to flash that rictus grin, will enable her to get to the prime aims. Thus her narcissism compartmentalizes last week. She doesn't experience shame or embarrassment because she's a narcissist. And her narcissism basically says, goody gumdrops, look what we've got coming up. An awards show. We can get our narcissist out there once again to assert control, to drink up lots of lovely fuel from secondary and tertiary sources. We might cause Ginger Bollocks to come along as well. It does say on the invitation you can bring a pet chimp. And there'll be other people to hobnob with. I am part of the A-list. I am important. Great. Let's get the narcissist out there and hoover it all up. Accordingly, to answer the question, will Harry's wife show up at the Gracie Awards after the New York incident? The answer is, yes, she will. The reason why? Compartmentalization and the pursuit of the prime aims. Once you understand the way that a narcissist functions, you can answer questions like this so readily, such as the brilliance of my work and its applicability to help you understand the world around you. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.